من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واضرب لهم مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض فأصبح هشيما تذروه الرياح وكان الله على كل شيء مقتدرا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله ولي الصالحين فلا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. الحمد لله عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم يا من يرى ما في الضمير ويسمع، أنت المعد لكل ما يتوقع، يا من يرجى في الشدائد كلها وإليه كل الأمور يرجع. ومن الذي أدعو وأهتف باسمه إن كان فضلك عن فقيرك يمنع. حاشا فضلك أن تقنط عاصيا والفضل أجزل والمواهب أوسع. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universe. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon all His blessings and favors over us. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon this great month, the month of Ramadan, the month that the glorious Quran was revealed in it, the month that Angel Jibreel is normally descend and meet Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do revision for the glorious Quran, to revise Quran. He will read and the Prophet will read after him. It means this month is not only a month of fasting and Taraweeh, is indeed the month of Quran. That is the reason why you see ulama doing tafsir in many masjids. If it's not all, but in many masjids, see them teaching people, explaining the Quran to people, and passing and imparting knowledge of Sharia through the interpretation of Tafsir al-Quran al-Karim to people. All shows that this month is month of Quran, the month of revelation. The reason why I say so, you know, Quran was revealed in the month of Ramadan. And inshallah today our tafsir will move on from verse 45. That is وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كماء أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض فأصبح هشيما تذروه الرياح وكان الله على كل شيء مقتدرا. And the method that we are going to adopt is, inshallah, I will do my tafsir in English language because I'm so fluent in it. My Hausa is a kind of, although I will speak Hausa as a summary at the end of everything like maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is the reason why, and we are only in Abuja, I know, if you can understand, you may not know how to speak, but you will understand. And that one also, you will earn reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you listen to tafsir with English language, not only Hausa. That is the reason I don't say that they are not speaking my language, let me just leave the masjid. You are still learning. Each language, Dr. Tayyib al-Faqi, he said that each language represents a particular person, an individual. He said now, the meaning of it is that me now, if I can speak Arabic, and I can speak English, I can speak Yoruba, and I can speak Hausa, maybe I can even speak Dagi, and I want to address everybody at a time, like the way we normally do on Friday here. You know, if I don't, or even does not understand English and Hausa, it means that after his Arabic, you will now go and look for Mala that can speak Hausa, he will interpret in Hausa. I will now look for another Mala also to do English. I will look for another Mala also to do Yoruba. About 4 people for just something in less than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is the reason why language is a kind of a Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rahmah and ni'mah upon us. That is the reason why he made you to speak Hausa fluently, and made to speak Yoruba fluently, and made someone like Mala Abraham to speak Ibira fluently, and made all of us to speak our language. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can create and can make us speaking. All of us will speak only Hausa, or only Arabic, or only Yoruba. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to speak many languages so that to know that Allah's Rahmah, He can do anything that He wants to do. And inshallah, let me do what we call a rabt to connect yesterday tafsir done by Chief Imam with the one that I want to do today. You know, there is connection between the verses that he recited yesterday and the one that we want to explain today, inshallah. You know, I was not here, but I know he discussed about 2 people, the farmers, 2 brothers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed them with farm, garden, big one. And one of them appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ni'mah, and the other brother, the second brother, he did not appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ni'mah. Rather, even when they go this thing against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he did not believe that that wealth come from Allah ta'ala. And that is the reason why he even believed that even on the day of judgment, when his brother was preaching to him, he believed that on the day of judgment, he will be better than him. He will be better than him. That is the reason why, and he lost everything later. That's the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enrich, and they don't like to spend that money of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will take everything away later. And those that is normally giving out zakat, sadaqah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will now increase them in wealth. The money may finish, but it will come later. Now what happened between the 2 brothers, and there's not necessary for us to even know their names, or to know where they live, or to know the way they look. No, what we need is the message. That is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed one of them, and he appreciated Allah's blessing upon him, and the other one did not appreciate it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished the first one, the first one that did not appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ni'mah, and he destroyed all of his own farm with fire. And the second one that he spent all of his money and he broke, he became even bankrupt. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him and blessed him and he bestowed his own wealth and name upon him later. That is the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, هُنَالِكَ الْوَلَايَةُ لِلَّهِ الْحَقِّ. That is the real wilayah. Do you know the meaning of wilayah? Being Allah's person. Yani, you are close, if you are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you interact with Allah, you deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have belief in Allah, you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It may be very, very difficult in the beginning, but later, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, look at Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He stayed in Mecca, spreading Tawheed, to believe in oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was telling them that, Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihu, say la ilaha illallah, and you embrace Al-Jannah. That was Islam, and he did that for 30 years, 13 years. And he received a lot of embarrassment. Sometimes they will go, he will be observing Nafila in Kaaba, and you will see kuffar, they will go and pour what we call Salatul Jazur on his body. That is the intestine of a camel. They will pack everything and they will shit. They will pour it on the body of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And his daughter will go, radiallahu ta'ala anha, Fatima to Zahra, and she will clean the body of her father, and she will be crying, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu will tell her that don't cry, don't cry. This religion, that is Islam, it must reach everywhere across the globe. Yes, and it's happening today. If we go to UK today, they are even selling their churches for Muslim brothers. If you go to even US, let me tell you, where they have surround now, let me tell you, you know, they are doing that. Even somebody, they say, just take it free of charge. And they will invite brothers in Islam, come and do iftar in our restaurant. Even what we don't even do in Nigeria, and we need to adopt it, is that during fasting, the season of in this month, you will see them even deducting. They will reduce the prices of their items in the supermarkets and the market in general. But here in Nigeria, when by the time that the fasting is approaching, a week to fasting, you will see people, even the sellers of tomato, and 95% of them are Muslim, they will increase the money. La ilaha illallah. Why are you increasing it? Why? What is your contribution towards this fasting period? Now you increase the price of oil, increase the price of rice, you increase the price of tomato and tatasha and everything. Subhanallah. And look at them in UK. They even is there. Go check in the internet. You see them, the old supermarket like Next or ShopRite or Sahar store, they just write it. But I saw something, I think in Maitama last week. They said there is discount for Ramadan period. Maybe the shop or that supermarket also does not even belong to a Muslim. So that we also, we just be insulting our leaders also. You yourself check yourself, assess yourself, insult yourself. Is it one that is selling tomato in your market? It's not the one. Or is it your governor? You yourself, you have to do something about it. Say if everybody is selling one basket, 5,000 naira or 6,000 or 7,000 naira, you say that me, for Allah's sake, I want to be selling my own 6,000 naira or 5,000 naira. And wallahi, you see barakah before end of this month. The reason why we lack and we suffer is that there is lack of iman. We don't trust Allah. Believe that let me just use Ramadan and make money. Yes, indeed, the month of Ramadan is a month of wealth to boost your economy. Because we need to take eat food, good food, chicken, almost every day. Meat, you take milk, sugar, tea, everything. You like to take many things, and that will boost the whole Nigeria economy. Even economy of both kuffar and the believers, it will boost the economy. That is Ramadan. But don't do it in a way that people will suffer it. And people will feel it. The same thing the month of, during the Eid al-Kabir. Our brothers, they are the ones that are selling rams. Immediately the ram of just 20,000 naira, they will increase the price to 40,000 naira or 50,000 naira. You creep me that. That one, yes, you are not selling. You are not a business person. That is a crime. It's not good. Something that you know that after Ramadan or Salah, 2 days after Salah, nobody will buy that ram even 20,000 naira. And you want to sell it 60,000 naira? It's bad. Don't add 5,000, add 10,000 naira. And that 10,000 naira, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless it. Wallahi, you will even get 10, you will make barakah with that money. With something, if they will give you 100,000 naira, you cannot make it. Sometimes we make some money, but Allah, it will not be useful for us. We even said, I don't even know how I spend it. There was no barakah. That is the reason why this the wilayatullah hunalika alwilayatullah lillahi alhaq wa khairu thawaban wa khairun uqba. That wilaya, to be Allah's wali, Allah's friend, Allah's person, is the greatest thing that somebody, a Muslim, will look for and search for, and something that you need to strive yourself to get. Because it's khairun thawaba. The reward of it in this dunya is not a small reward, and the reward of it in hereafter is not a small reward. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to tell us, that was all this explanation was the one that Imam made yesterday. But for you to know the connection between the one of yesterday and today, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said that that dunya, that other brother, a kafir brother, that does not want to release, and he does not want to give his money, he doesn't want to give us zakat, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that dunya, look at it, listen and reflect. Ya Muhammad, give them an example of this dunya. He says, وَضْرِبُ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ فَاخْتَلَطَ بِهِ نَبَاتُ الْأَرْضِ. He said, the example of this dunya is like water, rain from sama. فَاخْتَلَطَ بِهِ نَبَاتُ الْأَرْضِ. When we commissioned this mosque, did you see any grasses here? Everything was dry, right? The same thing your farm, those that are farming this in maize, corn and the beans and rice now, they can't farm, they can't plant anything during dry season. But now this thing, the rain has started, and people will farm, and فَاخْتَلَطَ بِهِ نَبَاتُ الْأَرْضِ فَأَصْبَحَ شِيبًا تَذْرُوءُ الرِّيَاحُ. And your maize, one maize will bring many. And your corn, your rice, and if you look at it, you see everywhere fresh, green. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in your own presence, right, you will be watching and you will be looking at it, at your farm, and the thing will turn to, it will be dry. And there will no more maize, no more food, no more anything. You see your farm, the farm that you were happy that, mashallah, look at this farm, everything is fresh, everything, mashallah, came out well. And now there's nothing again. There's nothing again to show. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, تَذْرُورِيَا وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقْتَدِرًا. And let me give you another example. This one, Allah is not referring to farm alone. He's referring to you. Yes. The day that you came to this world, you were so fresh. You're a baby. Nobody came to this world black. Yes. And your skin was fresh, and before you have only hair here, your head. Later you will realize and notice there are some extra hairs coming out from your body. Are you the one that bringing them? You may be happy that now me also today I'm matured. I'm 20 years old, 25, 30, 35, I'm 40 years old. As you are celebrating it, and one day you just realize that there is green hair before it wasn't there before. And don't be deceived. Some people say that me I don't have, you may not have, but still you are going small. If you look at this your eyes, you will realize that no, the shape is changing. No way. Your nose, your cheek, everything, the thing will be changing gradually. And one day you are sitting and you can jog now, you can jog, you can do whatever you want to do. And I'm telling you, everything you can do it again. You will sit in one place. If care is not taken, you can't even bath yourself. If care is not taken, you can't even enter toilet by yourself. People more, they will do it for you. Before you are fresh, you are fresh, and you look good, you answer. Have you ever seen somebody, Baba, at mama age of 70, telling people that I'm so beautiful? No. Or somebody, a man of age of 70, telling people that I'm a very, very handsome person. Where is that this thing? No. It means that you also, before you were fresh, and now you are going. Any teenage, Prophet Muhammad said that Amar ummati ma bayna 60 wa 70 qalla man yatajawaz dhalik. The age of my al-ummah is in between the range of 16 and 70. He says qalla man yatajawaz dhalik. Just few of them that will pass that range. You are at the age of 60, 64, you are still committing zina. Subhanallah. You are still duping, you are still lying, cheating, backbiting. Subhanallah. What are you looking for? Let me tell you, after 60, you are just using extra time. So you have to work hard. I met somebody, he said, now I'm 50 years old. I need to look for Al-Jannah. I need to withdraw. I need to drop many things. The same thing with us. You have to look, assess yourself. I have one big sheikh from Qatar, Kuwait. His name is Dr. Tariq Suwaidan. He was sick a few months ago, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala healed him after he stayed for about more than 2 or 3 months in the hospital. And he came out from hospital, and he used to be very, very active during fasting period. He used to normally speak English and Arabic because he studied from US. You know him? He's a very, very great person. If you're a scholar, you have to listen to him. He's a gifted person. Allah gave him some things. He installed some things in his own brain that many people lack. Do you know what he said? He said the topic of my tafsir this year is Hasad al-Umr. What are we? Now he said that, and I've passed 60 years. I surprised. The way he looked, you say maybe somebody 50 years old or 40 something. He said that I've reached 60, I've passed even 60. He said, نحن الآن بين السماء والأرض وقد جاوزنا 60 سنة. He said, now we are in between Sama and this earth. And because we have passed 60 years, Allah Akbar. He said, now we are closer to Sama than this earth. He said, now I have to work hard or harder to even earn more rewards because I will soon visit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I was afraid. Because if a mother is saying that, maybe the time is approaching. I'm telling you. He was saying, maybe this mother may not, maybe I've seen some things. From there, I respect him. That he is not a worldly person. He said, now, as friend, and he's so young, he's younger than some people that they are just 40 years old and they are old people. I'm telling you, they are old. But he said, now, we are very, very close to Sama. We need to work hard to earn more rewards, to build. We have built here. We have mansions. We have in Asokoro, we have in Maitama, we have in the Gusape, we have in Guarimpa, we have everywhere. Now we need to build something there. Yes. Somebody, I have a mansion in Dubai, UK, US. What of the one that you are going to stay in your last day? The day that you will leave this world. Where is the one that you are going to use? Do you have anything? Are you okay? Now, Allah, let me tell you, give a clear example about it. You are like the person that is renting an apartment and is spending a lot of money painting the house every year, renovating the house, and his own land, plot of land, he doesn't just buy one block. He will not go and put it there. Yes. The same thing are people that are so busy with dunya, with worldly things. Some of them normally go to Dubai to break their fast. Subhanallah. And he has many people that are suffering. He cannot release for them. Some of them, if not Buhari that came, some of them before, he normally go and take his lunch in Dubai. During the weekend, Saturday, he just go there. And what are many people? You don't have anything there. You have to build. As you build here in this world, you have to build a beautiful house for yourself there. The one and that is the everlasting house. The one in this world, it may collapse. If it not collapse, your children, they will demolish it one day. They say this one is not up to the standard now. We have taste, la ilaha illallah. And you say this house, I built it for my children. The one that your father built for you, did you stay there? You say, I cannot stay there. Because that is life. Build. Somebody in Saudi Arabia, he built 70,000 mosques. 70,000 mosques. He vowed, he said that I'm not going to build my own house till I finish building 70,000, no 70,000 masjid. It's popular. I cannot remember his name now. Even the same thing with Suleiman Raji, one of the richest in Saudi Arabia. He has the largest farm of Debino in Saudi Arabia. Do you know what he said that this one works? Charitable endowment. I don't want to take one naira. If you see last year they brought some Debino from Saudi Arabia, foreign Debino, some people they were selling because they are criminals. Is Suleiman Raji, what Suleiman Raji is providing as a Debino yearly is even more than what government of Saudi Arabia is providing. And he said this one is for charitable endowment. Nigeria, we are so stingy. Some. I don't want to generalize. Some people are wonderful. Some people build this mosque also. He has built house for himself in agenda, and everybody, people that contributed, they have built house. And Imam also, they will have bigger house. Because they are the one, if you build mosque, nobody that lead prayer there, or the Imam is saying rubbish, will you come and pray? You will leave it. It becomes just ordinary wall, building, blocks, just like that. Just see one beautiful mosque there, but nobody to lead. He built 70,000 mosques. Before, he vowed. He said, before I build my house, I must build 70,000 mosques. Allah Akbar. Some people, they are not working for worldly things. Right? Do you think some people, we are just seeing them? They are not here. They are in Sama. I'm telling you, it's spiritually. He just said that he's so attached. He's so connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than anybody. You know, after he finished the last one, 70,000 more. Do you know how many billions he spent? Do you think it's by mouth? Do you think Wasani? It's not. There's no way. He spent a lot of money for building 70,000 mosques. And when he finished the last one, he died. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no, you don't need any house here now. Especially in Nigeria, they will take life sometimes, they will not take. If you have money, you use gen. Sometimes the thing will fail you. Sometimes you will be happy. Sometimes you may be sad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we have already built one of the biggest mansion for you. Come to Sama. Come. You want to see, you want to receive it there. You are just saying you are joking. You don't have anything. If the day just come now, bam. What will you tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You must have something there. The fresh air that is flowing every day, let me tell you, is taking you away. Every day that you count today, you know, some people on social media, they say 1 year plus one, all these things. I'm telling you, and you are happy. You are moving to, as you are growing, you are moving close to your own grave. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spare our lives. Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu says, خيركم من طال عمره ومن طال عمره وحسن عمله وشركم من طال عمره وقبح عمله. He said the best one among you is the one that live long and he has good record. If you stay 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, you don't have anything to show, there is a total failure. Somebody all this from Mala, they don't stay long. Sa'd bin Mu'az, he embraced Islam at the age of 30. And he spent just 6 years practicing Islam. And he died at the age of 36. And the day that Sa'd bin Mu'az died, it was narrated in the hadith is Sahih, that is sound hadith, that Prophet Muhammad says, Sa'd bin Mu'az, his death is shaking al-arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you imagine? Somebody died and al-arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was shaking. وَصَلَّتْ عَلَيْهِ سَبْعُونَ أَلْفَ مَلَكٍ. And 70,000 malaika observed funeral prayer for him, janazah for him. And all the doors of Al-Jannah, As-Sama, were opened for him. They want to receive his soul. There are some souls, wallahi, the malaika will reject them. Yes. Because you don't have any, they don't want you, Sama. You are so bad, so wicked. You don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا يَدْخُلُونَ السَّمَاءَ حَتَّى يَلِجَ الْجَمَلُ فِي سَمِّ الْخِيَاطِ. They will never allow them to enter Sama, to take their soul to Sama, until if a camel can pass through the needle where they normally put yes, so that if the camel can pass through that place, and impossible. It's means that they will never allow him to enter Sama, his soul. As I've been reflecting about it, the hadith, let me ask Sa'd bin Mu'az, and he also asked Sa'd bin Mu'az, what did you do within just 6 years? Just 6 years. And he got that wonderful reward. 70,000 malaika descend from Sama. They observe funeral prayer for Sa'd bin Mu'az. Tadru Uriya. Washarrukum, the worst, and the worst among you, he is the one that he lived long, but he does not have good record, no good deeds. He lived long. That's why you see age of 70 still committing zina. No record. He doesn't pray. Go and check in Saudi Arabia the way you see old people, oldest people observing Tarawih, and they don't sit down. إن تكونوا تعلمون فإنه يعلمون كما تعلمون وترجون من الله ما لا يرجون. You are telling me that you are feeling it, pains. Those people also, they are feeling it, they feel it. But now they look for Al-Jannah. Do you think Al-Jannah is easy? You, because you want to get money, you know how many hours you stay in market. You, because you want to obtain degree, do you know how many years that you spend? More than even 20 years. Especially nowadays, daycare, all this same basic 6 years. Before you even finish primary school, maybe you have spent even 10 years. In the secondary, junior secondary, senior secondary, 6 years. If you want to do Magomogo, spend 5 years. From SS2, go and write to AEC. All is this thing. Yes. And after that one, based on your course, you go to university and spend another 4 years or 5 years. 20 or more than 20 years, right? Because we want to obtain degree. And you are not so sure with that degree that you obtain, are you going to get a good job? Will you be successful? We know some people, they even have master, but still they are still suffering. I'm telling you, even there are PhD holders now that they suffer a lot. They don't have anything doing. And now you want to get Al-Jannah, and you are joking, and you are sleeping, you are snoring. Sheikh Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala, during Ramadan period, they say he's normally strive. He will not sleep in the night. You will see him always reading, reciting. See him with this in remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he doesn't off his phone. He doesn't shoot off. Yes. That's a real malam. You have to make it open. Except if you want to sleep 1 hour or 2 hours, you can put it on silent. If somebody wants you, you check, you call the person back. So that Sheikh Uthaymeen will pick the call. He will not be sleeping. He is receiving a call and he will sleep. Because he is so tired. When I say that, please, can you repeat? Can you repeat it? We ask you to repeat it. That is the reason why the Dhururiya, this one, whether you like it or not, one day you must drop it. And you must walk. Because let me tell you, we were on journey now. This one is not the beginning now. We were in the Alam of the Raj. Before we came to this dunya, there is ayah back in it. And the time that you spend in the womb of your mother, just 9 months or 7 months or more than. And you now come to this world, you will not stay long. Also, yes, whether you spend 60 years, 70 years, or 90 or 100, it's still small. By the time that you will die, that's where that you will stay long, and nobody will know that time. Nobody will know the day of judgment. Nobody know. Look at the people that they die. The day that the Prophet ﷺ migrated from Mecca to Medina. We have now 1,439, right? He has stayed in his own grave for 1,000 years, for 1,439 years. That's right. If you die, nobody will know that. You just there. Hayatul Barzakh is one of the longest hayat, followed by Hayatul Akhirah, the last one. where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you whether to go Al-Jannah or go to hellfire, where you will stay forever. No more fear of death. No more fear of maybe you lack money, poverty. I don't want to die. I don't want something to happen to me. No, that is the end of everything. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقْتَدِرًا. Allah has power over everything. He can do anything. لا يوجزه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. There's nothing can overcome or overpower Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in sama and this earth. Nobody. Even Jibreel that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described as a shadidul quwa, that he is so strong, is powerful. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to describe somebody as powerful, don't you know that he's so powerful? If you see him, Jibreel alone is bigger than this world. Yes. He used to manage himself if you want to bring revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's bigger than this world. And Jibreel himself, he cannot even, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to address Malaika in Sama, all of them will collapse. All of them. Only Jibreel will later now raise up, will listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ذِي قُوَّةٍ ذِي الْعَرْشِ مَكِينٍ. He is so firm with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the other Malaika will be following Jibreel, asking him, what did Allah say? What did Allah say? They want to know. There's nothing that will overcome Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world and in Sama. He has power over everything. Even you that you claim to be powerful today, you are using Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala power. Yes. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take that power away, forget about it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Al-Mal wal-banuna zinatul hayati dunya wal-baqiyatu salihatu khayrun inda rabbika thawaban wa khayrun amala. Al-Mal, money. Let me talk briefly about money. Let me elaborate it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تُوتُوا سُفَهَاءَ أَمْوَالَكُمْ الَّذِي جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ قِيَامًا. Allah made money as a qiwamul hayat. That is, no life without money. Yes. Even as you are sitting here, if you don't have 1 naira, and you are not expecting iftar, you are not expecting somebody to share money for you, Allah, you will leave this place. You will go and look for it. Then we are looking for it seriously every day. Whether with your babariga, whether with your suit and tie, you must look for money. Everybody must look for it. That's why Allah said that money, you don't mismanage money. You don't spend it anyhow. Don't be stingy, and at the same time don't spend money anyhow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لا تجعل يدك مغلولة إلى عنقك ولا تبسطها كل البسط فتقعد ملوما محسورا. He said, don't be too stingy. I see somebody, the way Allah is balaga, it's a kind of proverb or parable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you now put your hand on your neck always. You fold it always. You don't do like this. He said, وَلَا تَبْسُطَا كُلَّ الْبَسْطِ. And don't open everything. Don't open everything that, I have 10,000, okay, take everything. And if you have a man of doing that, Allah is giving you advice. It's not haram. Because Abu Bakr, he normally give everything. Even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Most especially in the month of Ramadan, if they bring something to his head, take. And that is the reason if you want to know the real people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you must see that kind of sign with them. That you see Mala, especially some Mala will be claiming Sunnah, and you see them so stingy. You do think that only Sunnah of beard and short trouser, what of the one of giving? Sunnah of generosity also is a Sunnah. Why don't you practice that Sunnah? Prophet Muhammad normally give everything, they bring everything, we share everything. That's what he normally do. And let me tell you, the same thing his wife Hafsa, and yes, Hafsa, the daughter of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala, and the same thing Aisha. They said Aisha, she is normally share half of her money. Every day if she has 5,000 naira, she will give her sadaqah of 2,005. If everybody can do that, you know we will not suffer. Sheikh Sharawi Mutawalli Sharawi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him al-Jannah. He says if you see a poor person in an Islamic state, you should go and ask the leaders what did they do with his money. Yes, they don't give him his right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he has already arranged everything. I'm telling you. Zakat is there, Sadaqah is there, everything, Ganima is there. If there's not even Ganima now, Waqf is there. Many things is there, so that the wealth will circulate. But you know, some rich people also, they are criminals. They don't give. If we pack everything and zakat and the poison and the real one, we pack everything. And one day, Allah asks you to remove out zakat as a 2.5, and you said no, and Allah will not pack everything. Do you know the 2.5? If you want to give zakat of 40 million naira now, do you know the percentage? 2.5 of 40 million naira is how much? Just that's a 4 million naira. Yes. If you want to give zakat of 1 million naira, it's just 25,000 naira. But many people, they don't give it out. Now, Al-Mal, Allah don't give that money to your children, small children. They say Sufaha. The whole Ulama said Sufaha is person that lack brain, is a senseless person, or somebody that is carefree, that he doesn't know how to manage money. And some ulama said that Sufaha here is women, because they don't know how to spend money, but some of them know how to keep money. But some, you just pack money, makeup, buying this issue, even something that they don't need. They just go and buy everything, and later they will finish all the money, they will come back to you. One of them says Sufaha, don't give each amount of money to your small boy, children, where they will go and buy sweets, and buy shawarma, and buy all these things. You can buy for them, but don't give them each. And now, the way people, they practice this extravagance, I'm telling you, you're surprised. Somebody will give his daughter or his son, age of just 10 or 15, 20,000 naira to go and buy data. And later you say that this my boy is a disobedient. What do you expect from him or from her? You allow her, or you allow him to be connected to the world. And this world has been globalized. That is, you're in Nigeria, with this one you have everything. Even we as a matter, some knowledge that you will need before to travel to outside, now here you get it. Except if you don't want to use it. And now Prophet said that towards the end of the world, dunya will turn to something flat, and somebody can even hold it in his own hand. What was it referring to? Our handset, our tablet, iPad, our computer. That's what Prophet was referring to. That money, don't joke with money. That is the reason why Prophet Muhammad says, قَادَ الْفَقِرُ أَنْ يَقُونَ الْكُفْرُ. He said, remain small. A poor person will turn to a kafir. Too much of poverty, it will affect you mentally. I'm telling you. And it even physically and spiritually. Now if you are praying and you lack money, you don't even have 500 naira in your pocket, do you think your mind will be there? That is the reason why you will see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam every day. He is normally during his one askar, sabah, morning askar, and evening askar. Majority we are suffering today because we don't use those askar. We don't apply them. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kufr wal-faqr. Let me just stop here. That is, oh Allah, I seek refuge from you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from poverty and kufr. He related kufr with poverty, and poverty with kufr. Too much of poverty is bad. Even small one is bad. No, Do you think that as I'm sitting here, if I lie, do you think this thing will be flowing like this? Allah, this one is he well? That is money. That is money. There's another one. Prophet Muhammad will say, Allahumma ikfini bi halalika an harami wagnini bi fadlika amman siwa. Ya Allah, enrich me with your halal. I don't want haram. And let me enrich me so that I should not look at anybody. I was telling somebody yesterday that if you can be able to feed yourself, it's better to be feed. Yes, for you. If you can give people iftar, it's better for you to take iftar. Yes. Always, yadul uliya khairu min yadi sufla. Always, the person that is giving, there's no way he must be on top always. Yes. And have you ever seen someone that want to give and not do like this? You must do. You must put your hand down and I'll give you like this. Even some of them may want you to kneel down. What are you giving? He said, we even gave him last year. No, I appreciate it. So that this year, we are not going to give him. Allah will give him. Allah is there, is giving. Say, somebody before, somebody say, well, you are sharing zakat, you not give Imam, you not give Mala. We say, he doesn't know how to talk. He talks to us anyhow. He said, I'm not giving. I say, I will talk to you anyhow. You also keep your money. Allah will give me. Yes, that is the truth. If you are telling people the truth, they will say you talk anyhow, right? And if you are not talking, you are not telling them the truth also, they will say that he's not active. He doesn't know he's a decent coward. He's not brave. Al-Mal. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He said, admit that fakr, poverty, is a man, a visible person that we can see. He said he will have even used his sword to kill him. And some ulama said that if Ali had even killed this in poverty, we will have even rest today. We will relax now so that the money will be flowing. And let me tell you the reason. The reason behind of poverty is a sin. We commit a lot. Yes. And lack of we don't learn. We don't learn. And we don't move. No exposure. I'm telling you. See a young guy, Mark, the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, that guy, that small brother, see, is a multi-billionaire in dollars. All of us today, our own stuff, somebody will spend 5 hours Facebooking. Subhanallah. What are you benefiting? I'm not saying you should not be social. You can check, but just little time. If you can see something necessary, because that Facebook and social media entirely, even internet, let me tell you, it carries evil and good. Yes, it can help you in a negative way and a positive way also. But somebody will give all of his own time. He will not even come to Tafsir. We will not recite Quran. La ilaha illallah. The whole month of Ramadan, you cannot even finish one Quran from Baqarah to Birab Nas. But you can do Facebooking every day. Somebody can go and buy data with his own last amount. Say, I have only I must buy data. He doesn't care. If you even lack food or anything, you just go and buy data. But Alhamdulillah, do you know that even Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everything is their Allah's blessing? Do you know? Some people will embrace Al-Jannah through Facebook. Yes. If you are spreading good message, you are posting good messages, a positive one. Some people will embrace Al-Jannah through YouTube. Some people will embrace Al-Jannah through Instagram, because it's a mixed up. But there's no way you will enter and you know offend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if what you are giving is higher than what you are giving, as a goodness that you are giving in Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube is higher, and even YouTube is better, except if you want to mislead yourself. It's higher than the bad one that you see. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, we hope, He will nullify, He will clear that one bad one with the good one, inshallah. Because innal hasanat yudhibna sayyiat dhalika dhikra lidhakirin. You must look for money. Yes. You must look for money. Even as imams. If you know that the mosque that you are not making serious one, you have to go out and look for serious one, so that you should not beg. Because if you beg people, Prophet Muhammad said that if you beg, you've already embarrassed yourself. Whether the person give you or he deny you. Anyone. See the balaga from Prophet Muhammad. He said whether he give you or he deny you, you've already embarrassed yourself. Because if he give you, if you see him the following day, you just doing like this. You can't stand well, firm. Because yes, wallahi, when somebody say wallahi, you can't stand firm. I'm telling you, because you ask him something. But if you don't ask him and he gave you, you don't have any problem. That is the reason why me, as I'm sitting here, if you want to give me with agreement card, I will reject it. I'm telling you the truth. But with respect, I will honor you. But if you want to come and take now, keep your chin. That is Islam. That is Islam. Though there is normally give Prophet Muhammad, there is normally respect him. With respect, you give him honorably, politely, and also you collect it and you pay Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for them. He said, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase your wealth. Yes. And the one that refused to give, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet bring out zakat. He said no. And later Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punish him. And the Prophet, he brought that zakat to the Prophet. The Prophet even rejected it. That why don't you give us in the first time? That money, you must look for it. And let me ask something, you must look for money in halal way. If you are doing your business here in Otako and you are not making it, move to Wuse. For Abdullah was there. Allah's land is so wide. Maybe he did not write anything for you here. Go to Wuse. If you go to Wuse, you not get it, go to Garki. Yes. If you go to Garki, you go to anywhere you not get, you can move to Guarimpa. If you not get in Guarimpa, go back to your state. Yes. Or if there's need for you to move, to travel to outside of the country, to go and look for money, you have to do so. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when people normally give sadaqah to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Ali, he was not so buoyant, he was not so rich. Later Ali decided to be working as a laborer. He will go to the site, Sayyidina Ali, the fourth caliph. Nobody is up to him nowadays. Nobody. There's nothing that you can do and you will reach him. You cannot even reach anyone. One of even companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Khulafa Rashidun. Ali later, he will go to site, he will go and work, carry blocks, carry sand, carry cement, carry many things, fetch water, and he will get money. And in the morning, he will give us sadaqah. And he will go and hide himself and give another sadaqah. And the best sadaqah is the one that you will give secretly. You just call him, just take. Thank you, don't thank me, just go. And Ali will not do another sadaqah in the public. You just call Mara, come, take this money. And in the night, he will go and do another sadaqah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody know that he's normally, they don't know what he was practicing. They don't know that Ali is normally give in the morning, he is normally give in the public, and he is normally give secretly, and he is normally give in the night. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً. Those that is normally spend their money in the night and in the day. Sirran, secretly, and in the public. Allah exposed Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala, because this tafsir, we need to give justice to each ayah and each kalma and each word. I'm still talking about money. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he wasn't rich. Richness does not mean anything sometimes. It could be a sign of Allah's love. That is, Allah love you and He gave you. And sometimes it's a rat. Yes. It will cause you pain. It will destroy you in this world, and hellfire is waiting for you. Do you think many people will embrace hellfire because of their money now? Because of what? Especially those that refuse to give us zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will instruct malaika to iron them, to iron their cheek. You know, he refused to give us zakat. Now he has big cheek. He has belly. He has everything. His body is so tall and everything because he doesn't give us zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, okay, iron his body today, iron his back, iron his own this in his cheek, iron his chest, big chest. Because he ate everything alone. He did not give people. And Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Prophet Muhammad is normally give him some sadaqah. Some sadaqah, take this one. And Umar will say, I don't want, I don't need it. Just keep it. And there was a day Prophet Muhammad gave him and he rejected it. And Prophet Muhammad said, Ya Umar, you Umar, ما جاءك من هذا المال خذه فتموله فما ومالا فلا تتبعه نفسا. He says, the Prophet said, Ya Umar, you Umar, any money that comes to you and you not ask, you not beg, whether begging directly or directly. You know, there is the one indirectly. Directly, you just go and beg. He doesn't care. And indirectly, you say, well, since money, I've not even, that is indirectly. Oh, Allah is yes, I don't even have it. Or you say, Wallahi, my pocket is empty. Or my account is empty. In the presence of a rich person, he said, don't worry, we put something for you. You are embarrassing yourself, I'm telling you. And Prophet Muhammad said, Umar, take the money. We are the one that we are giving you. You know, ask us. He said, take it. فَتَمَوِّلُوا, and spend it. And Allah will put barakah. But the one that we did not do the money that you will go and ask somebody or beg, don't take it, because there will not be any barakah. That is the reason why those that they take issue of begging as a profession, see them, they still lack. Do you think that having plenty money in the account is the richness? Is the real richness? The real richness is the one that you have in your mind, in your heart. That is al-qana'ah. People will see him shining, people will see him smiling, people will see him looking good, and whereas he doesn't have even up to 200,000 naira in the account, maybe sometimes he doesn't have even up to 5,000 naira. That is al-qana'ah, al-gina nafs. The real richness is richness here. That I'm not going to ask anybody. Now, just like you don't even try, it doesn't need for you to even beg anybody, just go and borrow money. Yes. That was instruction that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Al-mal. And don't destroy your hereafter because of money that you are looking for here. Whether you like it or not, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written your wealth, and it must come to you. Even though because of time, I would like to round up this tafsir, because tomorrow we start Wal Banun. We talk about having these children. But let me round up anyway, because this is 5:45, although we not start early. Yes. There's one sheikh, I could not remember his name now, and he normally say during his own lecture, you know, the big people, they would like to listen to you as a man, and they will assess you. Are you genuine one, or you are fake one, or... And he is normally give lecture, and he will tell people that if he cannot locate his own wealth must locate him. Yes. He said if he does not know where his wealth is, there's no way his wealth will know where he is. Allah Akbar. And one day the Khalifa, he wanted to share money, and he invited people. He said, call all of ulama for me. That is this normally do. And he doesn't know that Khalifa wants to share money. And he went. There are some ulama, if they say one wants to share money in the villa, he will not even go. There are some who say, I don't need to go there. And Khalifa purposely invited ulama because of that mala, because he wanted to test him. And when the mala came, he looked at all of them, he saw the mala, and he was so happy. When he addressed them all, and when he finished, he said, bring my money for me. He asked his messengers. He said, give all the mala, give all of them money, share money for them. And that one, he was at the back, he wasn't in the first line. And they share money for all of them, and he was there. And the Khalifa said, you, were you not the one that used to normally say in your own lecture that your wealth must locate you? Why are you here today? I want to share money. Why did you come to meet your wealth? And the man said, you did not say that you want to share money for us. You just opened the invitation. I don't know. And he was sharing. When he was sharing, the mala disappeared. And he looked, the king noticed. He said, where's the mala? Where is Sheikh? He mentioned his name. They said, he has gone. He now asked one of his own messenger. He said, take this money. Go and look for him. Make sure that give him that money before he reaches his house. And when the mala just left the distance, the palace, he started running. And he reached his house, he closed his door. Because he knows the Khalifa that he must send somebody to look for him. And the messenger now came. He now knocked his door. He said, Sheikh now came out. He said, Khalifa said that I should give you. He said, okay, thank Khalifa. And tell him that I don't look for money. My money must locate me. My money must look for me. And the messenger went back to Khalifa. The Khalifa said that, hope, did you meet him on the road? Hope he did not reach his house before you gave him the money. He said that I met him in his house. Khalifa said, oh, he won. That's the reason why I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلَ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. If you really believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will enrich you. من حيث تعتذر ومن حيث لا تعتذر. From where you hope and where you are not even expecting, the money will just come back. Somebody said that let me clarify. I was in Guariba in the morning. Somebody said they should give me something. I was not even expecting. We are not even so close. It's Allah. You just face Allah's job. Allah will enrich you. Issue of money is a small thing. Forget about it. Wallah. It's a small thing. It's something that Allah has written and it must come. And inshallah, I will do introduction on money also tomorrow, and I will really, inshallah, I will try to emphasize and elaborate about al-banuna, the children, and zinatul hayat dunya. Jama'a marhuma wa tafarruqana ba'da tafarruqa ma'suma ya rabbal alamin ya akramal akramin. ربنا لا تدع لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا الا غفرته ولا هما الا فرجته ولا دينا الا قضيته ولا مبتلى الا عافيته ولا مريض الا شفيته ولا حاجة من احوائج الدنيا والاخره يا لك رضا لنا فيها الصلاه الا قضيتها يسرت برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.